So this is a pretty amazing fact that I didn't know when I took pre-calculus or calculus. If you have any three given points, there's only one parabola that goes through those points. And here's how we can find it. Well, the general equation for a parabola is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So a quadratic function that makes a parabola. And we need to find out what's a, what's b, and what's c. Well, if you have 3 points, you can plug in this for x and this for y, this for x, this for y. When you do, each one of these points is going to give you an equation with a, b, and c in it. Once you have 3 equations, you can solve for the 3 unknowns, a, b, and c. So let's go to it. So it's going to be using y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, because it's a parabola. So the y value would be -3, and then substitute this for x. So here it's going to be squared, that means it's just a. Then this is a -1, so that makes -b, and then plus c. Now this one, so put a 6 for y, and then a 2 for x. So that means a 2 squared would be 4a. This would be a 2 for x, so 2b. And the c is just by itself. Then the third one, so -8 for y and a 4 for x. So put a 4 here would make 16, so 16a. Put a 4 here would be 4b, and the c is by itself. So we've got a system of equations that's 3 by 3. I'm going to use elimination method. So one thing I could do is, I'm going to label them as number 1, number 2, and number 3. If I subtract these 2 equations, with the c, that's pretty nice, because what I could do is subtract equation 1 and 2, that cancels the c. Then I could do the same thing with 2 and 3, that'll cancel the c. So I'm going to show that work over here. Number 1 minus number 2. So this one minus this one. So -3 minus 6 is -9. An a minus 4a is -3a. A -b, subtract 2 more b's, is -3b's. And then the c's will cancel. That was the goal. Next, take equation 2 and subtract equation 3. So right here we would have 6 minus a -8 makes it positive, so 6 and +8 is 14. And then a 4a subtract 16a is -12a. And for the b's, subtract, so 2 minus 4 of them is -2b. And then, let's see, now I could switch to elimination method, because I could eliminate the a's. If I make this one a +12, it'll cancel that one. So to make this a +12, I would need to multiply this equation by a -4. Okay, so then, let's see, it's going to be, I need to distribute this -4, so that's going to be a +36. Distributed there is a +12a. Distributed right there is a +12b. The bottom equation, just leave it the same. And then, add the equations together. So on the left-hand side, that would be 50. The a's cancel. It leaves behind, that is 10 b's. positive. Now just divide both sides by 10, and we get that the b is a 5. Now I'll go back and put that into either this equation or this equation. I think I'll just use this one for good luck. And we get 14 equals negative 12a minus 2, what I just got for b. So this is going to turn into a negative 10. So then add 10 to both sides. We get 24. And then just divide by negative 12, so it turns out to be negative 2 for a. Now go back to one of the equations that has a, b, and c. Like I'll just use the top equation. So it would say negative 3, then put what we got for the a, minus put what we got for the b, and then solve for c. So this is negative 7. So add 7 to both sides, and the c will equal 4. So now we have the equation. It is negative 2x squared, that's the a, plus 5 times x, that's the b, and then the c. And then we should be able to check and make sure that it works. So let me graph this. So y is a negative 2x squared plus 5x plus 4. And it's not so much the picture that I want. Well, I guess I do want to visualize these points. But I just need to plug in the numbers and see trace. If I put negative 1, is that correct? Negative 1, negative 3. That one's right. If I put x equals 2, it hits 2, 6, so that one's right. And then the last one, oh, I'm holding my breath, 4, negative 8. There's the parabola.